I asked a question on Twitter, and every single response of the ones that made y'all motion sickness, I have played today. So if I don't look great, that's why. And one broke the camel's back, so I'm going to give a little play-by-play of that one, so you don't ever play that game, and then we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of this. But I tried a game where your head is the bowling ball. You pick it up and you throw it, and this is the first time I've watched this footage as well, so it'll be interesting what came of it. But you can see this guy's a coder because level 1 was titled Uwu, and I missed. It wasn't that hard, but I understood the camera angle here and didn't make me too sick. Level 2 was called Owo, and you can see here, this is the camera. It was very nauseating. Trying to get my bearings, trying to understand, swing and a miss, but after a few tries, it seemed I understood where the camera went, and we made it happen. Level 3, though. This is my face. I was feeling it at this point. Level 3, you can start to see it was the full rotation. We're going to Stranger Things here, in the upside down. A few heaves in a hoe, and let's let it rip. Didn't make it very far. But, at this point, I'm already feeling a little sick, so I just started throwing wildly, and got pretty close here. And just spiked the ball down, or spiked my head down at this point, hit a couple pins, and we're on to level 4. It should have been a star face because I was seeing stars. You can see here I'm trying to rectify my stomach, and you can see the camera is just going wild, but you should have seen me jumping up and down IRL because I got it first try here and realized I could finally get to level 5 and be done with this little experiment, because as the symbol here for level 5 looks, I'm feeling pretty dead. At this point, your head is a ball. Like, there's no motion guidance here. There's no nothing. At this point, I'm just going to be honest, guys. I just kept throwing because at this point, I felt pretty sick. Just kept throwing and throwing the ball and eventually hit it. But the reason I put myself through this is because there's a lot of new headsets coming. You have the MetaQuest Pro. You have the Pico event happening very shortly, I believe this week, and the Holiday Rush. And it's easy for us veterans who have been playing VR since 2016, it's even veterans who've been playing VR for a year, to not remember that motion sickness is a real thing. And you'd be very surprised how many people get motion sickness. So I thought it'd be fun to at least share with you guys my top 4 recommendations, the 4 that I always give when people are buying VR that I think are good representative games of VR, that utilize VR in fun ways, and are also ones that I think are the least motion sickness inducing, so these are my 4 in no particular order. Number 1, I always recommend Puzzling Places. Puzzling Places is what it sounds like. They are jigsaw puzzles, but in virtual reality. But these are 3D versions of those that you can build, and I believe they can go anywhere from like 25 pieces to like 400 plus. There's constantly new content, there's constantly challenges, but what I love about this the most is that when you complete your jigsaw puzzle, which is one reason I hate IRL jigsaw puzzles, because the only thing to do after them is destroy them, in this version, you can go inside or into your creations, into these real-life, real-world locations, and view them in the glory that is virtual reality after building them yourself. So a great seated non-motion game that I think utilizes virtual reality in the best way possible. Moving on to the second one, Swarm. The best way to describe Swarm is it's Spider-Man in VR, but with guns. You may be looking at this footage and go, why is this in a motion sickness free video? Like, why is this being recommended to me? I'm watching this, and I'm getting motion sickness watching. I don't know how to describe it. I wanted to pick a game that utilizes 360 degrees of your environment, that utilizes fast motion, that makes it feel like truly a VR game, but something about Swarm, I can't explain it. It should provoke motion sickness in a lot of people. It should. But there is countless people I've spoken about this. I never see it mentioned that this game somehow avoids motion sickness problems to me and to many others I speak with. So when I want a full 360 game, this is the one that I recommend. Option number 3. I'm only on 3 right now. Pistol Whip. Many people, will go Beat Saber on a list, and I'm trying to avoid Beat Saber because A, it comes with the headset, it's free, so everyone gets Beat Saber now if you buy a Quest. But Pistol Whip, I think, is under-recommended at times. Pistol Whip is an amazing game that I hardly ever hear anyone getting motion sickness on, if any. And I think it really utilizes VR to its max potential. Not only that, but there's no other rhythm game that I feel like my quads get as much of a workout as Pistol Whip, and it should be on everyone's list in my mind as a first-time VR user. And finally, I'm just blasting through these because I don't want to spend too much time. Tetris Effect. Hear me out on this one. A lot of people see Tetris and go, it's just Tetris. There is no better game to have a couple beers, hit a joint, take some shrooms, whatever your vice is, I don't care. Tetris Effect is a visual, audio, and just VR delight. Everything about this game, whether it is just, like I said, the visuals and the audio of seeing what you're doing in game having an effect on the background is just beautiful. They did just implement multiplayer as well. I just can't say enough good stuff about Tetris. I know this is a quick video. I'm not going to waste you guys' time. You got stuff to do. It's Monday. Get to work. What are you doing watching VR videos? But motion sickness is still a real thing. And I just make this video in jest a little bit. In VR circles, it's easy to forget that motion sickness is a real thing. A lot of us, our PP's too big to admit this at times, but it's a real problem still. VR devs are getting so good at mitigating it. They're so smart and making the smartest choices in their game to help you through this so you can enjoy it. But at the end of the day, this is a new experience. It's a very niche experience for many people, and getting through that and having a bad moment in VR, like having a bad day in motion sickness, can ruin future experiences a lot. It can make you not want to put a headset on. So remember that as the holiday season approaches, as we recommend games for people to play, remember that our stomachs are not all iron-walled as others, and recommend games that not only show off VR in the best light, but will give them an experience that won't make them sick. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the randomness of it. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Peace.